This is where we hold them. This is where we fight. And these shields, boys!
And now, will the real Jim Shady please stand up?
Hey there, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Shady, and you are in the zone, and we are live. I see some of my Shady folks are already in here. I saw Ronald Newman a while ago. Paradise Acres was first in the house earlier today. Hi there, Katrinka. Minuteman, how you doing? Coffee first, then speak. All you guys, it's good to see you. If I missed anybody, then just give me a shout out in the chat. It has been a minute since I have been on live, and I do apologize for that. This time of year, things are really, really busy around here. To be totally honest with you, I'm pretty much exhausted. I put in my beans this morning in the garden. I had to because, well, they were about this tall in the starters. And in Colorado, you are not supposed to put anything outside until after Mother's Day. I usually do it right around my birthday because that is close. But I am tired. But anyway, if I am 5x5, could y'all please let me know? I would appreciate it. Some of you out there are going to notice that there is a nice blue wrench by your name right now. That means, of course, you are one of my moderators. The trouble that the big guys are having have started coming home to the Shady Zone, and we have had some trolls up in here. Do your job, get rid of them. If anybody comes in here and starts, just starts, especially with somebody else that's in chat or whatever, 86 them, get them out of here. You got my full permission to do it because I'm not going to put up with it. That all being said, if you are new to the channel, and I'm sure that there might be some of you that come in on the replay or something like that, then please feel free, subscribe. See what I did there? Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. It is good to see you guys in here. I would be remiss if I did not give you just a little bit of an update on what's going on with the assault weapons ban here in Colorado. Right now, unless something has happened today that I have not heard about right now, time is ticking. The legislative session ends on May the 8th. And if they have not passed the assault weapons ban, plus 2 or 3 other pretty sleazy bills that they've got on deck, if they have not passed those by May the 8th, then they're dead in Congress. So we're all got our fingers crossed. We're all really hoping that this stuff just dies and goes away. Of course, you know how that goes. It is good to be back on here. And if you notice, I am on StreamYard again. Not that I particularly like StreamYard, but I thought I would give it one more shot just to see how it goes. So if there's any lagging or anything starts coming up in the video, please let me know. Also, if I say anything during the video and you have something that you want to reply with or anything like that, and I don't see it over in chat, please make sure to put it down in the comments below. People will not see the chat. However, they will see the comments below. So if you've got a question, if you've got a statement, if you got anything like that, please let me know. Hello, Blackbird. How are you doing? And I do apologize. I broke my glasses, so I am squinting and messing around trying to see. Yankee Watchdog, how are you? There's Ronald Newman. How are you, sir? Okay, so let's get down to the meat of the matter. I had actually heard about this some time ago. I had never really dug into it, never, you know, I mean, I knew it was out there, but it was like this nebulous kind of cloud floating out in the universe. It was one of those things almost like an urban legend. You know, you hear about it, you say, oh, okay, well, but you never really pay any attention to it. Well, I saw a little video on it here a week or so ago, and I decided I was going to I was going to dig into it a little bit. I was going to go through it and read it. And some of the things that I saw, well, they made a lot of things that are going on right now make a lot of sense. So, what am I talking about? Well, back in January the 10th of 1963, this report was submitted to the House of Representatives. Um, this report is Communist Goals, Congressional Record, Appendix PP A34 through A35, dated submitted January the 10th, 1963. Now, in this, let me see if I can do this right. In this, that is not what I wanted. Ah, there we go. All right. Now, in this document, in this report, there are 45 stated communist goals that they had planned, they had in the works to bring down the United States of America. Now, before you start, I'm just going to tell you right now, I am not going to read all 45 of these goals. What I will do is I will put a link to this document in the description of the video below. You guys can go read it yourselves. However, I am going to hit some of the highlights of this thing. So this was, like I said, the Congressional Record, Appendix PP A34 through A35, submitted January the 10th, 1963 to the House of Representatives. This is the current Communist Goals extension of remarks of Honorable A.S. Herlong, Jr. of Florida in the House of Representatives. Mr. Herlong says, Mr. Speaker, Miss Patricia Nordman of DeLand, Florida, is an ardent and articulate opponent of communism, and until recently published the DeLand Courier, which she dedicated to the purpose of alerting the public to the dangers of communism in America. As I said, this was submitted in 1963, y'all. She got her notes for this. She got her information for this. She got these goals from a book that was named The Naked Communist, and it was written by Cleon Scousman in 1958. So these 45 goals have been around since at least 1958, and I don't know how far before 1958 that they were plotting these things, getting them ready, putting them down, putting them to words. And like I said, I am not going to read all 45 of them, but I have highlighted some of them, which I found pretty interesting, pretty relevant to today. Now, some of these things you have to remember, guys, some of these things, they may or may not be as relevant today as they were back then. You got to remember, back in the 1960s, everybody was scared to death of nuclear war, or as it says in this, atomic war. The first couple that I'm going to read, all I want you to do is just take out the word atomic and tell me if it's not relevant to what's going on right now. Hey, down the rabbit hole with D, how are you doing? Number one, U.S. acceptance of coexistence as the only alternative to war. I took out atomic war. Number three, develop the illusion that total disarmament by the United States would be a demonstration of moral strength. All right, guys, look at today. Look at some of the things that are going on right now today. How many times have our forces, have our troops been attacked in the Middle East since October the 10th? How many attacks on our military bases have there been? How many attacks on our embassies have there been since this whole Israel-Gaza thing started up? And what have we done? How many attacks on our ships in the Red Sea? And what have we done? Nothing. I think we retaliated one time out of all that. One time. In other words, they want us to just lay down and not do anything. I found this one pretty interesting too. This is number 8. Set up East and West Germany as separate states in spite of Khrushchev's promise in 1955 to settle the German question by free elections under supervision of the United Nations. What did we do? What happened? Despite Khrushchev, of all people, wanting the German people to be able to decide what kind of government they wanted, the country was split in two. You had Eastern and Western Germany, Berlin, the Berlin Wall. This was not dealt with until the 1980s when Reagan came along. Okay, let's see. Number 15, captured one or both of the political parties in the United States. I don't think it's too far. I don't think it's too much of a stretch of the imagination to kind of assume which party that they have captured. But, you know, for all you conservatives out there, don't get too much into this because, trust me, they've infiltrated that wing of the government too. They won't both. They completely taken over one branch or one party in the government. They want them both, but they've at least got one. Use technical decisions of the courts to weaken basic American institutions by claiming their activities violate civil rights. Major American institutions. How about law enforcement? How about branches of our government? How about certain organizations? We have seen this. This is happening. We have seen this already. Get control of the schools. Use them as transmission belts for socialism and current communist propaganda. Soften the curriculum. Get control of teachers' associations. Put the party line in textbooks. Our colleges, our universities, as we are seeing, you can turn on the news right now, at this moment. You can turn on the news right now and see where this has come to fruition, where this has come to pass. Y'all excuse me, I'm having a little bit of trouble with the mouse pad here. It keeps wanting to do things that I don't want it to do. But our colleges, our universities, our professors, they've already been taken over. The indoctrination has already, it's been going. It's been going for a long time. So there's another one. Infiltrate the press. Get control of book reviews, assignments, editorial writing, policy making positions. Gain control of key positions in radio, TV, and motion pictures. I got one word for you, folks. Disney. Eliminate all laws governing obscenity by calling them censorship and a violation of free speech and free press. Break down cultural standards of morality by promoting pornography and obscenity in books, magazines, motion pictures, radio, and TV. Present homosexuality, degeneracy, promiscuity as normal, natural, and healthy. Infiltrate the churches and replace reveled religions with social religion. Discredit the Bible and emphasize the need for intellectual maturity, which does not need a religious crutch. some of these things are just self-explanatory, y'all. Some of these things we right now there are woke churches out there that are promoting everything on this list. Eliminate prayer or any phase of religious expression in the schools on the ground that it violates the principles of separation of church and state. They took the Ten Commandments out of schools a long time ago. They took corporate punishment out of schools a long time ago. They took prayer out of public schools a long time ago. If you're a Christian. Now, if you're a Satanist or if you're a Muslim or if you're a Hindu or whatever, they don't dare say anything to those people because that would violate their freedom of religion. But if a Christian wants to say something, if a Christian wants to make a stand, then that's a violation of separation of church and state. And that's not right. Can't do that. Discredit American Constitution by calling it inadequate, old-fashioned, out of step with modern needs, a hindrance to the cooperation between nations on a worldwide basis. Discredit the Constitution. They love doing this with the Second Amendment. The Second Amendment. You know, they say that the Constitution should be a living, breathing, evolving entity. No. Excuse me. No. The Constitution was written the way the Constitution, excuse me. The Constitution was written, oh, boys, howdy. Give me just a second. Sorry about that, y'all. The Constitution was written the way the Constitution was written by the founding fathers. Those words should be concrete. They should be etched in our society right now. It is not a living, breathing document. It does not evolve. It was never supposed to evolve. So that whole thing, they love doing it with the Second Amendment. Okay. I had a troll on here. God, it's been one of the last videos that I was doing on the gun ban, on the assault weapons ban. And I had a guy came on in the comment section. I didn't know how to take him at first, you know, and he said something like ban, 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 or something like that. And I went back and forth with him for just a minute. But I'm sorry, this mouse is driving me crazy. It keeps lighting up stuff down on the bottom, and then I can't find my cursor. But he at the end, he said something along the lines of at the end, he said something. I'm just going to let that flash because it don't seem like it's hurting anything. At the end of it, he referenced that I was wrong about the Second Amendment for one thing, and he tells me, he says, "Let me see your muskets." Let me tell you something, Scoot. I don't have to let you see anything, but just to let you know, I love muskets. I love black powder. What I shoot, what I own, is none of your business. So no, you can't see them. Then he made some kind of statement about they're not coming to take away the sensible guns, just the ridiculous ones. That shows you where their mindset is. It shows you what they're thinking. Oh, man. Discredit the American founding fathers. Present them as selfish aristocrats who had no concerns about the common man. Yeah. Aristocrats, racist, you know, white supremacist kind of guys, slave owners. How many statues have we seen of the founding fathers torn down over the past few years? You know, how much of that has happened? Support the anti-socialist movement to give centralized control over any part of the culture, education, social agencies, welfare problems, or mental health clinics, etc. discredit, and eventually dismantle the FBI. The FBI is doing a pretty damn good job of dismantling and discrediting its own self right now. I don't think we have to too much worry about that. Okay, what else? Infiltrate and gain control of the unions. Done deal. Infiltrate and gain control of big business. Once again, Disney. Once again, look at all the wokeness of everything that's going on with all the woke crowd, and I can see we're starting to get a little bit of. Looks like we're starting to get just a little bit of buffering going on. Sorry about that, y'all. There's not a lot I can do about it. It is StreamYard. Transfer some of the power of arrest from police to social agencies. Treat all behavioral problems as psychiatric disorders, which no one but psychiatrists can understand or treat. It wasn't that long ago, if you guys remember too much, that they were wanting to defund the police and they were wanting to put like these crisis resolution teams out there. Instead of having a police officer, they wanted crisis resolution teams to go either with them or to take care of it. Anything but having the cops involved in anything. Discredit the family as an institution. Encourage promiscuity and easy divorce. Well, that's another done deal. They have been trying to break down the nuclear family forever. And they are succeeding in doing so. Most statistics will tell you that most broken homes, most homes where the mom is the one running the house, and this is not to be detrimental toward women, but a single parent household is where a lot of these kids grow up without a father figure, or these girls grow up without a mother figure, and it's where a lot of our problems in society are coming from today. Emphasize the need to raise children. Oh, this is a good one. Emphasize the need to raise children away from the negative influence of parents. Attribute prejudices, mental blocks, and retarding of children to suppressive influence of parents. In other words, take your kids, let the state raise them, put them in public school, let the state raise them, and keep them away from the parents. Keep the parents completely out of the loop of what's going on with your kids. Is that not happening? Yes, that is happening. And then when the parents go to school board meetings and say something about it, then they're branded as domestic terrorists, y'all. And the last one that I'm going to bother y'all with right now is create the impression that violence and insurrection are legitimate aspects of the American tradition, that students and special interest groups should rise up and use united force to solve economic and political or social problems. Once again, take a look on the college campuses right now as to what's going on. And I think you will see. You see, folks, this all didn't just happen. You know, we have so many things going on in the world right now. And they all didn't just pop up over the past 5 years. This has all been a plan the entire time. It has been in the works for over 60 years. Over 60 years. What we're seeing right now is the culmination of all these plans, of all these goals starting to come together. And we need to start calling them on their BS. Okay? We need to call a spade and call these people what they are. They are not liberals. They are not progressives. They're certainly not the Democratic Party, not the way it used to be. Okay? you used to be able to kind of halfway reason with Democrats most of the time. At least you could have a conversation with them. These people are not Democrats. They're not even socialists. These people are straight up communists. And this will probably get me kicked off YouTube for saying this, but it is out there. It is common knowledge. These people are communist, and we need to start calling them out for what they are. We need to start letting them know that we know, because now we know, if that makes any sense at all. I am going to pay attention to the chat a little bit if I can see it, because might have to dim some of this light here a little bit. Sorry about that, y'all. Yeah, this is all by design, D. It's been in plans for a long, long time, and it's like I said, I don't know, even before, what I say, 1958. I don't know how long this stuff was being cooked up and planned before 1958. However, it's been going on for a long time. I can go a step further and say they are communists, and that is evil. They are communists, Minuteman, and that is evil. And this is an evil plan. And this all sounds, today, modern day, this all sounds almost sounds outdated. It almost sounds like we're saying something, old fashioned, something that we should have been saying back in the 50s and 60s, or the communists or the threat to society and all that stuff. But they are. And if you read through these things, you'll see that they are. This has been planned for at least 100 years. I don't know if it goes back that far or not, Katrinka, but I would be willing to bet that, yeah, it probably does go back 100 years, if not further. Wow, Walter's Family Homestead, how you doing? Thank you very much for stopping in. Appreciate you being here. I think that if we look at this, we can see how come some things are the way they are in this world right now. I think that we can see that this all isn't just arbitrarily just kind of falling and everything's falling apart at one time. Today, they have taken over Hollywood, so they have taken over the news media for the most part. And y'all don't give me any of this stuff about Fox TV or anything like that. They got their claws in Fox too, and they have for a while now. They have gotten into the news. They have gotten into the internet. They have gotten into our schools. They have always said that they are only one generation from dethroning, from taking a country down, because that's how long it will take for them to indoctrinate the children of that country and turn them to communism. Okay. And I'm still trying to get this thing to stop clicking down on the bottom. I have no idea. My computer was being real sensitive there for a while. I think I have a liberal computer. It was a snowflake computer. It was being very, very sensitive for a while. But anyway, interesting. You're right, Jim. They're all commies. Yeah, they are. Waters Family Homestead. They are watching the Shady Zone. Minuteman, I'm on at least two lists that I know of. Okay. So yeah, they're watching the Shady Zone. They own Google. So of course they're watching the Shady Zone. But we need, hey, Paradise Acres, welcome back. When what will be the next Black Swan event? They will never allow an upcoming election. You know, I tend to agree with you, Paradise. I want to say there's going to be an election, but I don't know. Not the way things are going right now. I don't think they can afford a fair election right now, to be totally honest with you. And you know, they're going to do away with elections anyway if they get their way about it. They'll get rid of elections completely. Ronald Reagan always said we were one generation away. It's on my back wall over here, Mr. Newman. I believe that would be it right there. Freedom is never more than a generation away from extinction. We didn't pass it to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same. That was by Ronald Reagan. That is on my wall right over there. It's one of the first things that I put in the studio when I redid the studio. Paradise? I don't know. I would love to agree with you on that. I would love to say that they know that they won't win, but as long as this has been going on, and look at the way things are right now. Look at the condition that our colleges are in. Look at all this woke agenda that they keep passing, that they keep pushing down our throats. I mean, they're you can't even put your kids in elementary school without them being exposed to some kind of, promiscuity or obscenity, books in the library, with sexual acts in them, things like that. I really, really, really want to say that they can't win, but it's not like other countries haven't fallen before. And the only way to take down something as strong as America is to rot it out from the inside. And I think that's what they've been doing for the past, I think it was Katrinka said, 100 years or so. Anyway, guys, I appreciate y'all coming on. I know it's been a little bit since I have been on here, at least doing a live, and it feels good to be back. For those of you who did not know, here about a week ago, maybe a little bit longer, I was down and out. I was sick, y'all. I think I lost 12 pounds that week. And I mean, I was either not feeling like being up or in bed, one of the two. I am so much better now. I feel 100% better. It's been about 2 weeks, because it's been about 2 weeks since I have had a cigar or a cigarette. I am completely, I got rid of all that I had to. Thank you very much, Katrinka. We will see. We will see what it is going to be. I am very excited about it. I love my grandbabies that I have right now. I love them with all my heart. I am so looking forward to this new one. And it's like I said in one of the other videos, the last video that I actually did, though, I worry. I really, really worry about my grandbabies. I worry about what kind of world that they're going to grow up in. I look around right now and I see everything that's going on. I see, the shape that things are in, the way things are headed. And, all you can do is just teach your children, teach your grandchildren the best that you can. I had an old saying back when my girls were all growing up that, you do the best that you can do. And there's that certain, there's that certain little period of time that they go through. And all you can do is just grab a hold of something, hold your breath, and hope that something that you taught them sticks. So it's kind of like a friend of mine told me, he said, just raise them to be patriots. No Minuteman, no cigars. Maybe there will be some cigar action when that grandbaby is born. We will see. I'm actually, I'm actually pretty happy about it. Thank you, Paradise. I'm actually pretty happy about it. It feels pretty good. Mrs. Shady actually left a pack of cigarettes laying around the house earlier today. I walked out and just kind of set it on the island in the kitchen. Haven't thought anything else about it. Sure Bear, thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you coming in. I'm looking at doing another video here coming up as quick as I can. I got to get back in the saddle and get started doing this stuff again. Let's see. I never get sick to where I lose weight. When I'm sick, I'm hungry. What's up with that? I don't know. This was some kind of stomach bug or something, and it literally had me in bed for about 3 days. So it was no fun. Who knows? Maybe it was the next COVID that they've got coming down the pipe. I don't know. If I could get anything to work right. We love your lives and videos, Shay. Thank you, Katrinka. I love being here for you guys. I really do. I am a bit out of practice, but I did want to come on. I wanted to say hi. I wanted to throw this out there. Like I said, I will put a link to this in the description of the video. Hopefully, I can get back in the saddle and start doing these things. Good night to you too, Paradise. Thank you very much for stopping in. Stay shady. And hey, congratulations on being first. I caught you earlier. Yes, please do that. Please hit those thumbs ups on your way out and share the video a little bit if you'd like to. I appreciate that one too. So yeah, this is being a little bit awkward to me. I told my daughter earlier today, I said, I don't know how come it is that I still, as long as I've been doing these things, I still get just as nervous as I can be before I do one of these live streams. You know, and after I get down here and get to talking, kind of get used to the stuff that shouldn't be flashing on the screen anyway. As soon as I get used to all that and my eyes focus on the chat and stuff like that, I usually calm down just a little bit. Yeah. But sometimes that's what it takes. It's just getting back in and doing it. Lisa CC, thank you very much. I didn't see you in here. Glad you're here. Thanks for stopping in. Kevin, I don't know if I caught you earlier or not, but thanks for coming by. I appreciate it. I thank all of y'all, and thank all of y'all for sticking around, for hanging out with me the whole 9 yards. Do yourselves a favor. I'm going to cut this off here in just a couple minutes so you can go about your business. But do yourself a favor. Like I said, I'm going to put that description, or I'm going to put that link down in the description of the video. Go to that link. Check out all these things. Some of them, like I said, they're sort of kind of irrelevant because you got to remember this was written in a totally different time. I mean, I was a year old, if that, when this was introduced to the house. And I can still remember back in the late 60s and early 70s going to school, and we had tornado drills. I was in North Mississippi. We had tornado drills, which were the same thing as the drills that everybody had, that the bomb was going off, and everybody single file walked out of the classroom, got in the hallway, got down on the floor and put your hands over your head and waited for the blast. So some of this stuff is just a little bit outdated. But then again, it's like I said, the first couple of them was talking about atomic war. All you have to do is take the atom part out of it, and it's the way the United States acts when we're attacked. All right. Well, Lisa, thanks. I appreciate it. All right, y'all. And please leave a comment down below. If you have anything else that you want to add to this, if you go to the document and see something that you also see as relevant, please put it in the comments down below. I'd appreciate it. I am going to let you guys get about your evening. I hope you have a good one. I know this was a little short. I probably intended it to be a little bit longer, but you know, it is what it is. When you're here in the zone and things start getting shady, stuff happens. But anyway, take care of yourself, Minute Man. Thanks for stopping in. Anyway, y'all take care of each other. God bless. Keep praying for Colorado. All right. And I know there's some of you that might see this that live here. Get those emails, get those phone calls into your representatives, into your congressmen. Remember one thing about this bill. If this one or any of the other ones, let me see, one of the other ones is the insurance on firearms. The other one is a 9% tax increase on firearms, which has went down from 11. I don't know why they dropped it 2%. If any of these get to the governor's desk, for God's sakes, if it looks like they're going to him, please email Governor Jared Polis. Tell him to veto, ask him to veto these bills. Tell him that they are unconstitutional. Bring it to the forefront. Let your voice be heard. If he just waits and doesn't sign off on them, they still go into law. So if they get past the House, okay, and you live in the state of Colorado, I'll tell you a little secret, even if you don't live in the state of Colorado, send some emails, make some phone calls. Please do us a favor. This is a battle, y'all. Anyway, y'all take care of each other. God bless. We will see you the next time. Y'all be looking for a new video coming out here pretty quick. Until the next time, y'all take care.